you have to understand it's about preparing and showing up when you're ready. Not showing up when you're 30% ready and then going to another event and showing up when you're 100% ready.
Hold on. So you're telling me who was the worst team in the NFL last year?
No, I don't really watch football.
All right. So let's just say that the Patriots, after winning the Super Bowl,
they get rid of all their good players.
They get rid of all their good players.
Draft picks and they get prepared for the next.
They get a whole bunch of rookies, right? And they start out the season 0-6. And they're like, you know what? We're not even going to finish the rest of the season. We're going to go big next year. They're like, no. Our taxpayers paid fucking money. And you know what? Our fans want to see us no matter how good shit on we get. You know? Like, we're building that to the next level, you know? They're practicing. It's practice. You're not necessarily going to go out there and just rape her off the bat and say, this offseason, we're going to make that fucking second.
Our team name is Reality Check for a reason. Because people think they're so much better. And at the end of the day, they really don't know until they get reality checked.
And yet, unfortunately, you didn't reality check any of the top 16 teams. I mean,
at the Land, you did. Legends, they're not together
That didn't
anymore.
happen. My nigga, listen, at the end of the day, it only matters at a tournament. I mean, you can beat all these teams. You could go out and beat Instinct 9 times out of 10, right? Yeah. But then, when it comes tournament time, you get your ass whooped. I mean, that's all that matters, though.
Because you're not prepared for it.
But that's all that matters. That's my point, though, is that's all that matters is at the tournament. So, I mean, if you ain't winning in a tournament, it doesn't matter. I mean, at the end of the day, y'all niggas probably need to reality check yourselves because you ain't placing well or even making any money going to these tournaments. That's my point.
That's what a coach would do. He would step in and be like, all right, yo, nigga, this is what you need. You need a reality check. I'm going to give it to you. So you're going to coach us. Yo,
but I want,
and then you go to reality check the other people who said it couldn't happen. That's what our team is. Reality check.
I understand that. Thank you, Ghetto Smurf. Anyways, my point is that I understand. My point is that once again is that you don't go into. You have to understand, gaming is different in that regard from football. These guys have to play matches. They have to play these games. That's like in their contract.
Hey,
gaming is different in a little bit in the regard that you don't necessarily actually have to go to the Columbus event.
We're representing
It's a choice on whether or
Warheads.
not you want to go there or not.
We're
So
representing.
once again, my point is that you don't have to go there. You can stay home and train and practice and prep
No,
for
but
the Anaheim event.
honestly,
and then go out and
tell me
then
this.
go all out and go win the tournament and then bam.
Online is
Like
great
that.
and all, right? But what if you had that chance where all 4 of your teammates could get together at the same place and practice against other teams at the same time? AKA Columbus. All right?
Well, you have to understand that's not really going to do anything for you unless you know how to practice properly when all 4 or 5 of you are in the same area
And
at the
that's
same
why
exact
we
time.
have a whole month and a half to practice for that. Columbus.
It's
AKA.
going to take a lot longer than a month and a half. It's probably going to take probably
Trust
2.5,
me,
3
we are
months
way ahead
to
of
prep
you.
We know that. We obviously know that.
Oh.
We're not trying to.
Columbus acting like it's the next event, acting like we have enough time.
We're going there to practice.
We're going there and treating it like online. We're gonna go there and just have some fun, quality practice, good quality games. Treat it like practice except for online, on land.
Yeah, my dude, listen, if that's how you guys really unfortunately think, then to each his own. But I don't really like to revolve myself around niggas who don't want it as bad as I do.
No, trust me,
At
we
the end
want
of the
it.
day, you ain't gonna get
We
nowhere.
want it.
I'm trying to break it down to you to make it seem like you don't, like you would want it. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't want you to represent and be like, oh, my team, they ain't doing so well. They just want to go to the event. They got 33rd. All right, that's not what we're about. We're there to go top 1. So I'm saying, like.
Well, I mean, clearly that's not what you would. Now this sounds like a contradiction.
Okay,
You just said
so
that
hold
you
on,
want to
hold
go.
on. Wait.
I mean,
Hold on.
let me get this straight.
One
You're
second.
saying that you want to go to
One
a
second.
tournament competitive scene and just have fun
Hold
and
on.
not care where you want
One
to play.
second.
Nigga, if those words ever
One
came out of
second,
someone like
boss.
Roger Federer, Tiger Woods,
Boss
Wayne
Nasty,
Gretzky,
Justin
Michael
Sevilla,
Jordan,
wait.
if you ever heard any of these niggas say that, you would think they're on crack.
Hold on.
You have never heard
Who
those
is-
words come out of any of those people's
Justin,
mouths. And you know
Justin.
why? The reason why you never heard that come out of their mouths
Who is
is
on
because
Final
they
Boss?
treated their sport like it's a career.
Justin, who
they
is on
treated it
Final
like it's
Boss?
their profession.
Who's on
And at
Final
the end
Boss?
of the day, is that right now you guys kind of have this thing where you're still treating gaming like a hobby, and I don't really want to revolve myself around niggas who treat
Trust
gaming
me.
like a hobby.
That's
Listen,
not what we're about.
that's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like.
No.
So
Okay.
it sounds
Let
like
me. Oh no, who was on Final Boss, Justin?
it sounds like you guys want
Hold
to
on,
go
wait,
into
wait,
Columbus
just answer
unprepared.
this question. Who was on Final Boss?
So, like, I don't care who's on Final Boss. I don't give a fuck about them. I don't care.
Our
It's just
team has
irrelevant
been
to what we're talking
together
about.
longer than Final Boss. We're already ahead of the
But
competition.
yeah, you haven't placed better than them.
It
But yeah,
doesn't
you haven't
matter.
placed better
They
than
haven't
them.
placed it. Listen,
Oh,
listen.
the ignorance. Oh, my
Listen,
God. Please
listen.
listen to yourself.
The
Oh,
number
my
one
God.
seeded team went in there and got 12.
Oh, my Lord.
The number one
The
seeded
ignorance.
team went in there and got 12.
Oh,
Their
my
team
gosh.
has not placed together at all yet because they've never been on a team together. So technically,
Oh, Lord.
and statistically, we've placed better than them because we've been a team longer than them.
Nigga, you haven't, though.
Yes,
at
we have.
all.
Individually, we haven't.
Final
As
Boss
a
has the
team,
same
we
exact
have.
people that they ended
No,
out
they
with
don't.
last
They
season.
just broke up.
Going into the Dallas
Reality
event.
check.
Solo Ogre 2. Roy Lunchbox Solo Ogre 2. They have not played in one tournament yet. Okay?
I've been inviting all my
Dude,
peeps.
Victory X, Pistola,
That
That
Fear,
is
and
not their
Ogre
team.
all
They
ended
broke
out last
up.
season
They
playing
broke
together.
up. They broke up. It is now Roy, Lunchbox, Pistola,
Listen,
and
listen,
Ogre 2.
listen. We're not talking about after. We're talking up to.
No, I'm talking
Up
about
to the
after.
Dallas
We are
opener.
already after.
It doesn't matter
longer
about
than
after.
them.
My point is that when they were
idiot.
together and they were placing when they placed at Dallas,
Yes.
they still placed better than y'all niggas
I
did.
know,
Guys,
but they went in the
I'll
number
say
one
we-
seed and they got 12. So basically, they got
Jordan.
shit on.
TJ.
We came
Jordan,
in the
tell
33rd
Justin-
seed.
Okay, but
We
Tell
actually,
they still
Justin
placed top
Nasty
16.
Silva he's an idiot. Tell him.
we actually came in this 46th seed and placed 33rd. So we improved on our seed. They actually
Jordan, look
lost
who's in our
their
party.
seed.
First
Look who's
off,
on the top of this
the
party
seedings
chat.
are really ultimately irrelevant when it really comes down to it.
You
Sadly,
see that?
I don't really think the seeds really show at all. The teams that really deserve.
I'm just
the spot.
saying,
Yeah,
we are,
sure.
How
our
frequently
team
they change.
has been longer to get together longer than Ogre 2's team. So Final Boss. Basically, we are
The new
ahead
one.
of the competition. We are staying together. We are one of the few teams that are sticking together.
They showed up. They improved from every event.
TJ, you want to join? Jordan, I'll join once you say something bad to Justin Boss Nasty Silva.
Okay.
Call him an idiot. What is Justin
Is,
Boss
is,
Nasty?
is there a point?
It's Boss Nasty, you idiot. Tell him he's an idiot. You ever talked to Boss Nasty? You ever heard Boss
Is there a point
Nasty?
to what you were saying, Sud, about the FB thing?
Basically, we are going to Columbus and treating it as a practice event. Not necessarily getting top 1, top 2, but we need to get to that practice level, not necessarily just online. I would love to sit online for a fucking weekend and say, you know what, team, we're going to skip an event, and you know what, we're just going to practice hard online, while other teams are at a LAN getting shit on.
Your whole competition at the event. Practice.
You're not going to get any good scrims online that weekend, so might as well go to that weekend, practice against
I
teams
mean,
online.
you
We don't
will.
necessarily have to play
When-
in the tournament, but we are.
Nick,
Not that much fun.
my,
Compared to how much you
my nigga, there's hundreds of teams that play and that are online and that are looking for team scrims. I mean, my guys when I was working with them over the Dallas, they
We only-
had like 100 teams.
we only
Okay.
practice against the best of the best. Okay? So the best of the best are.
Okay. Listen, remember that you don't have to play against the best to beat the best.
I know.
If you
But-
practice and you come and you work in private match and you come up with these things and these better ways of playing to the point of where you can practice them, then you can consistently execute them in game, which sadly enough probably no team does yet, but hopefully maybe one day
Okay,
we'll
let me
all
just
be
let you know
there,
this.
and then you will be consistently beating
Okay.
these teams. You have to understand, you're not improving at all. You think you're improving, but you're really not improving at all.
You cannot get better unless you play people better than you. That's all I'm saying. And the only way to get better is play better people.
First off, that's not the only way to get better. That and really
That is
that's
one of the
not
ways
really,
to get better. That is one
you
of the
have to
ways.
understand playing against teams isn't really how you get better. What gets you
Improve.
better is playing these teams and then learning on the mistakes that you
Exactly.
did. You don't necessarily adapt to what they're doing at all.
I know.
You have a game plan going
But
in,
not every
and it's your own
team-
game plan.
not every
so it
team
doesn't
plays the
matter if you
same.
play against another team
All right, look.
because you no. All y'all teams play the same.
No,
all y'all
no,
teams
no.
play the same.
Hold on, wait. Let me say something.
You do.
Real quick.
All of y'all
Okay.
teams play the same.
No.
Let's
Basically,
just
so
say
you're
that.
telling me if a team
Anyway.
is aggressive and they're fucking in your grill the whole game is different than a team that sits back on their half of the side of the map and just camps like little bitches? That's different? Yes, exactly. They're different teams.
Who's talking about camping? are you talking about?
You said every team plays the same, which they don't.
Yeah, no, they do.
They do.
They do.
They have different statistics
do.
and strategies in order to get the same.
All the streams, all the teams that were on the MLG stream for the Dallas weekend that we were able to watch, all the niggas played the same. They ran and gun, overextended, had more individual battles than actually team
Boss,
ones. I
look.
mean, my nigga, that's the same.
Halo Reach, look, this is what it is. Starting strats, weapon times.
Oh, Lord.
So every time sniper weapons drop, you will see teams move over to that. That's called a strategy.
I like
Communication.
starting strat is not a
Communication is
strategy.
key. Communication is key with team.
That's a strategy.
Chemistry.
That's
Chemistry.
a tactic. That's not a strategy. That's a tactic.
Your strategy
That's
is
all that is.
okay. It's in-game
That's
strategy.
not a strategy.
You have to change your strategy up because if every team knows you
What
run
strategy?
Jetpack
What is
every
your
certain
strategy?
strat,
Tell me right now what your
they're
strategy
gonna change it.
Strategy.
They're gonna change it.
What's your strategy?
All right,
What's your
look,
strategy?
You said,
Tell me right now.
You said one guy snipe Jetpack to ring 2
Okay,
on
okay,
Sank.
I don't have like Sanctuary.
Okay.
Well, what's your strategy for Sanctuary?
All
Right now, go.
Okay, so we have one person nade out their snipe. Then we have another person
Okay.
run to their jump rock, nade that out. We have a guy get sniper and jetpack up to ring 2. Watch
Okay.
rockets. Okay, so then off that strat,
That's
if
it?
the other team does their
That's it?
work, they do the job.
That's
They're like,
it?
all right, we know.
That's
No,
it?
this I'm talking start-off strat. Okay.
Nigga, that's not a strategy. That's a tactic. All that is just having an off the
Alright,
bat area that you want to go to. That's not a strategy. A strategy is
okay,
having multiple
here's no strategy.
setups,
Okay, look.
having multiple transitions, having multiple areas where you go
Okay,
to.
look,
In
here's
here
a
pushing
strategy for you.
There's so many things that incorporate to an
Okay,
overall
here's a strategy.
All you
All right,
have is a
let
tactic.
me elaborate onto my
That's all you
tactic.
have.
Let me elaborate onto my tactic.
You don't. You
Here's strategy.
can't. You've already explained
You
it
get
to
2
me.
nades.
Don't
They're
change what you're
spawning
saying,
they're
nigga. You
spawning
have a
quick. You
tactic.
put rocks. You put rocks.
Oh,
It's a
my
strat.
Lord.
That's a strat, bro. You
Nigga,
watch
you're-
rocks.